Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly episode 17 June 2020. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing, rehumanizing your marketing experience. I don't really like that tagline, so I think we'll be working on new taglines very soon. We may be experimenting on a few new ones, so right now it's just this placeholder. We'll find a good one when the time comes. This week's news: Twitter knows if you share articles without reading them first. Facebook expands search starting with Wikipedia. UK Competition Authority investigates Giphy purchase. Giphy. Facebook deepfake detection challenge is promising. WhatsApp payment is live in Brazil. Back to the stories. Twitter knows if you share articles without reading them first. We've all been there and we've all done that. Reading the headlines of a deceptive article, then proceeding to share them. That has always been one of the key ways to spread misinformation, and Twitter knows this and it intends to stop it. The company is testing a feature that will prompt people who intend to retweet an article without opening it to read the content first. So let's say if you see a headline and you want to RT that article, before you RT that article, Twitter actually will prompt you, would you like to read this first before you spread it around? It may not be what you think it is. It's kind of a good move because for the past few years, articles have been able to spread and gain more reach because of the headlines. They only spend a lot of time coming up with very good headlines, very deceptive headlines, to make you think as if the article is about something, but actually it's not. Then you spread it, and then the misinformation goes past. And at the end of the day, when someone goes in and actually reads the article, it has nothing to do with what they actually say. And then by that time, the article would have gotten the reach that they intended to, without having to put effort into writing a proper article. It's now available on Android and will come to iOS very soon. Facebook expands search starting with Wikipedia. In the company's continual effort to keep us within its platform, Facebook is testing a new feature. Running a search within Facebook will include Wikipedia results, which includes topics like public figures, places and interests, movies and TV shows. Now let's say when you do a search on the search bar at the top of the Facebook app or Facebook desktop, what happens is you will find keywords, you will find posts containing those words. You may not be able to find much hashtags, but you can find accounts and people. So you search for accounts, people, and keywords on the search. Facebook is including Wikipedia in there, so you can actually search for facts about things inside as well. This is Facebook's first step in competing with Google as a search engine. Right now, Facebook search only return content created by other Facebook users and pages. If we want to find anything else, we will have to exit the platform and open up the browser. This is something Facebook don't want us to do. They want us to stay within the browser to be able, within their app to be able to do more. So the least we move out of the app, the more Facebook gets to track what happens, and with the data, they can sell our data to advertisers. It's a very interest-based thing as well. So from the marketing point of view, it's good because behavioral and interest keywords will be more accurate from now on. As a user, I'll leave that up to you. It's good and it's bad. If you don't care if Facebook is selling all the information to everybody and doing whatever with all your data, then it's fine. But if you're very intent on keeping your privacy, then that's not good. UK Competition Authority investigates Giphy purchase. We know that was coming, right? Facebook is such a big fish that it can no longer eat up companies without scrutiny. This time, it's their recent Giphy, or Giphy, depending on how you want to say it, purchase. Giphy, a big GIF meme library, was purchased by Facebook last month. I think it was $400 million US. Last week, the UK Competition and Markets Authority launched an investigation into the acquisition. They are trying to see if the deal will lessen competition in the two companies' respective markets. Previously, Facebook has worked closely with Giphy to supply all their platforms with memes and GIFs. So all the GIFs and memes you get from Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook messengers, all the chats, are actually from Giphy. Giphy, although primarily a GIF library, it started off as a GIF library, has started evolving into a social media platform due to an increase in social interactions between the users in there as well. There is also suspicion that Facebook's ownership of Giphy will prevent competitors from accessing the library. A lot of other competitors like Google platforms, Google Chats, Google platforms, Twitter, they all tap into the repository that Giphy provides as well. So once Facebook owns Giphy, Facebook may be able to require these competitors to include tracking tags, which means Facebook can collect more data on their users outside of their platforms, which is in a way unethical, which forces competitors off of the platform and search elsewhere. And if there are no strong competitors to Giphy, they may be forced to comply with Facebook's new requirement just because they want to continue to use the repository. So these are the things that this anti competition authority is looking into. During this investigation, Facebook and Giphy are not allowed to move ahead with the acquisition, so everything will be on hold until this investigation is done and they're given a green light. If they're not given a green light, then the acquisition will not be able to go through. It's quite a good way to prevent, actually. I mean, because a lot of regulators now are saying they should have prevented Facebook from buying Instagram and WhatsApp in order to promote competition. You know, it's all that hindsight thing. Now they are able to put a hand in the middle of this transaction, do a proper investigation before it goes through, because once it goes through, once the acquisition is done, it is all the more harder to actually split them apart, because once Facebook gets hold of it, Facebook's first order of business will be to start to integrate all the systems and infrastructure, like what they are doing with Instagram and WhatsApp. They want to root it so deeply in that it is harder, if not impossible, to take apart again. Next up, Facebook deepfake detection. This is good news for Facebook. We've talked a lot about bad stuff. Let's give Facebook a pat in the back for this. Facebook Deepfake Detection Challenge is promising. Last year, Facebook launched a deepfake detection challenge to get ahead of rising deepfakes in the wild. The idea was that Facebook would create deepfakes for others to detect, thereby improving the artificial intelligence along the way. Last week, initial results were out and they are promising. Deepfake detection has so far been 65%, which is more than we can say about efforts from other tech companies, because so far, Facebook is the only company that is putting a lot of effort in detecting deepfakes. For those who don't know what deepfakes are, they're essentially digitally generated videos with audios of people that look perfectly genuine to the naked eye. If left to fester in the web, we may soon be seeing fake videos of prominent people saying things that they did not say, which results could be catastrophic. Imagine if a president is out saying stuff that they actually did not say and start a war or start, two groups of people fighting with each other. That is not good. So Facebook's deepfake detection challenge is actually a good thing, and we hope that other social media or tech companies will step up to actually help out as well. WhatsApp payment is live in Brazil. The first version of Facebook's payment function is now live. We've been talking about it for the longest time and finally it's out, and it's on WhatsApp. Users in Brazil will now be able to send and receive money using the chat app using Facebook Pay. At the moment, the service is free and Facebook will not charge commission from users. Businesses will need to pay a 3.99% processing fee to receive payments. That's WhatsApp Business. Facebook has been testing this feature in India for a while now, so it's a bit surprising that they launched in Brazil first. Perhaps India's regulations are making it harder for the company, and they thought, you know what, we're just going to try it out in Brazil first. We use it for testing ground to tweak our systems first, and then, we we will head out back to India when the time comes. While India is the company's largest market at 400 million monthly active users, Brazil stands second with 120 million, so it makes sense for them to go to Brazil. Right now, Facebook Pay works with major credit cards and local banks. No sign of Libra yet. Alright, so that's all for Social Media Weekly this week. Social Media Weekly podcast available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly episode 17th May 2020. My name is Sean. Au revoir.